Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. I am still Zain, and as you can see, we've got a new weapon. With the warp open, I can now officially farm things that we need to get some cooler looking weapons, get some more useful weapons. Not saying that the Black Knight sword is not useful, because, oh damn, it is. But, you know, so, something as cool as the, Dragon's Tooth. Oh well. Let's get the official name, because yeah, Dragon Bone is right. What Havel had was the Dragon's Tooth, though this is more, I don't know, this looks more toothy to me too, but, you know, what do I know, apparently. Let's just kind of first show it off, the reason why we haven't just cut straight to, some other stuff is just kind of show off the parry and riposte and backstabs going. We also have another weapon here. The life hunt scythe. Oh, it's a really awesome weapon. It only has one distinct problem, and that is every time you hit with it. Wow, even backstabbing? Maybe they patched that in, because I don't remember backstabbing doing that prior. But anyway, when you backstab with the weapon, it doesn't, well... Alright, no, I didn't buy that ring. I need to get that. If I want to use the Life Hunt Scythe more readily, I'll need to buy the ring that goes with it. But that's okay. Let's go and get the steel ring going, because I don't need to get the Ring of Divine Favor protection just yet. There are way more useful items to use. I almost always keep that for later. There we go. Because yeah, if we're gonna need to use some bleed resistance, we gotta get as high as we can. We need to go and buy the bleed bite ring, but that's for later. The upgrade path for the life hunt site. I don't know why that's a tongue twister for me. You need demon titanites in order to properly use it. But man, is it fun. It's not really the best one that we can get. No. I mean, for scythes, it's pretty much the best, but I don't know, the whole double-edged bleeding thing really brings people off. And it doesn't really deal that much damage, but it's so much fun. Look at that. I don't get very many of these in the game. And of course with the Dragon Bone Fist, that upgrade is dragon scales, and it's almost impossible getting those. Well, not impossible, but screw farming drakes for these things. Farming drakes is going to be the only way, otherwise you're going to be farming for Hydras and New Game Pluses to get this up to level 5, which is not really worth it. That is, if I can get one of these out by themselves. We could do that, which is pretty awesome. And am I invincible during that? Because that shouldn't have happened, but not complaining. Oh yeah, and you can't two-hand it. Fist weapons are, of course, non-two-handable. Holy crap, they're not leashing at all. Well, one is. That uppercut, I mean, outside of it being pretty iconic, would deals great amounts of stagger damage. The problem is that these crystal golems almost have infinite stagger, so it is super tough to stagger any one of these. This one, the Bone Fist, is a modifier for strength. +5, it has an S ranking, which is pretty awesome. Considering I haven't even upgraded this with the one dragon scale that we do have, it's doing some fairly decent amount of damage. And here's something kind of exploited. There we go. The Hydra doesn't care about friend or foe, it just shoots. The problem I have with this is that, well, it can hit pretty much anywhere. That's why I don't really like this area. Wow, I could lock onto him from that far away. Normally the R2 attack for this wouldn't be worth using, but actually lag in PvP makes it so you're more able to connect with it than not. Wow. I'm kind of surprised that the shield took all that. Happy, of course. Of course, I choose the, I get the specific upgrades for the Life Hunt and Bone Fist, and I get the air, I of course choose the area where they're pretty much going to be pain in the ass and useless to use. I swear I will uppercut one of these heads, but probably not. They withdraw way too quickly. The key for this is just to, well, of course, stay within the head's range and attack when you can. The more you hit it, the easier it gets, of course. It may be difficult to see, but there's a cliff. So you can screw yourself out of a lot of stuff. Oh, come on. There we go, that's better. I guess you can consider us being overpowered for this one, but to be fair, I mean, it's all the same. It gets a lot easier the closer you are to them. There's a way to... There's specific areas where you get a hold of the head without falling off, hopefully. Of course not. No, I didn't. And there's two ways to kill them. Cut off all the heads, or do just enough damage to kill them. And either way, it's pretty easy. We got the Dust Crown. Let's go and have a quick look at that. Gives extra sorcery casting, but halves your HP. So not really a good idea. Now then, since doing everything blind, I'm not sure where the secret entrance is to the DLC, but I think it has to be somewhere over here where you get a secret character. Oh, Dusty's not that secret character. But either way, it is in the Darkroot Basin. That's the last time I remember everything happening. Looking back, I probably should have rested at one bonfire. Just in case I have to run back, it would just be less of a hassle for me. Everybody hates that little turn around that pillar because, well, it is quite easy to fall off if you're not pushing up against the wall and not moving forward. So in order to use the life hug site better, let's find the blood shield, because it does give us more bleeding resistance. And here's the part that everybody hates. It's not for any particular reason of it being hard, no. It's because what happens when there's multiple of these bastards here. Took care of them relatively easy. Always a good thing. See, when both of these guys come on the screen and when the third one's there, it produces a massive amount of lag. Just the way they're coded or something, I'm not quite sure why. I don't know if they've actually patched that to be better, but for the longest time these things would kill frame rate no matter what. Speaking of killing, they also do significant damage to your health. This has always been considered the best way to deal with these guys, is just to stay in this tree line here, because the bounding box is between these two trees. There's also a way to glitch them, where they're just constantly moving forward and they can't really do much. Now then, there's going to be need of the Wolf's Ring here, because we're going to be going up against a boss that does a lot of stamina damage. Doesn't do really, I don't know, he's not too difficult, as much as he is kind of, well, obnoxious and annoying. And of course, I don't believe he bleeds. I don't use very much of them. I've never used bleed weapons on him, but we'll find out. He also starts off pretty unique in the fact that, well, you open the boss door, but he's not instantly aggressive to you. In fact, he's nowhere to be found. Which gives us enough time to get the Hornet's Ring. Hornet's Ring is great for anything that does critical damage, which is backstabs and riposts and parries. So it's kind of a way to kill the final boss really easily. Wow, they really reduced the bounding box on that sword. So we finally meet Sif. Scaleless. No. Let's see. The general 1-2, you know, he has that spinning attack. If you get caught in that, you will almost always take damage because it hits your stamina really hard. He's pretty easy for a boss. Generally when he does that, that's when you want to get in close, get some strikes in. And he's another boss that if you fight for long enough, he gets a lot easier. We've basically seen all of his moves now. I just hate fighting this boss though, because it gets a little pathetic later on. It makes you feel bad for him. And of course, with this boss, there was a ton of rumors on what was going on. Of course, none of them true, because From Software hates you and doesn't want any good things happening from you. Dark Souls isn't about nice and good things. No, it's about terrible, terrible things that you've done to somebody. Oh, good thing he pushed me back just enough. They've updated that sword too, because I don't believe I remember so much glow coming from it. Not that there wasn't any glow, but it just seemed this one has a little more bloom to it than what I recall. See what I mean, though? That is a ridiculous strike. Yeah, that fist is not doing anything to him, so I'm going back to the life on site. That is pretty much the only attack that he's really dangerous. Have I achieved it? Yep. And now he just becomes way too pathetic. Find out some more of his moves. And that's pretty much all he has left in him. Again, we are the biggest jerks. Alrighty, well, I mean, that's gonna be it for this update. We're now set up for going further into the ruins, and it's gonna be fun. I'll see you all in the next episode. Oh, wait. Wait, there we go.